Hi drama students, Miss Tamara here. And I'm here with Grover. And then this is our kitty cat, Gabby. And he might be noisy throughout this, so I'm probably gonna let him go. Can you see him in the video? Right, I'm letting him go. That was Gabby. Whoop! Anyway, so I'm here to tell you about our assignments for this week. This week is October the 5th through the 9th. So at this point, you should have completed your draft of your original monologue, and it should have been turned in. And once I receive it, I will be making comments for how you can revise it. So that was your assignment for last week. It was my original monologue, preparation for my original monologue, lesson 3 was due on Friday. This week you have completing my original monologue, final draft. So I do need to get those in. What is a monologue? Some of you still are having a little bit of trouble with that. Some of you are writing me a narrative. A narrative is a story where you're using words like he and she and they, and you're giving descriptions about what things look like, but that's not a monologue. A monologue is a speech made by the character. So you're going to be using things like I and me. I saw this amazing thing outside when I went out and looked up at the sky, right? You're not going to say, when Tamara went out and looked up at the sky, she saw this amazing thing. That's narrative. That's not what we're doing. You are writing a speech, a monologue, that you are going to be presenting as that character. And the character is who? The image that you chose. So the image that you chose is who your character is. And that's why I asked you to give it a name and tell me a little bit about them and something about their background, because that's the character you created for your monologue. So if you have not turned that in, you can't go on to doing the final draft. That's why we had 3 lessons leading up to writing the final draft of your monologue. So I wanted to give a shout out to the people who did an excellent job on their first draft of their monologue. Skylar did a fabulous job and has very little editing to do for her final draft. Rhea, also great. Credence, Delaney, Michaela, Natalie, Olivia, and Paul. They all have turned in their first draft of their monologue, and now they can move on to their final draft of their monologue. I did get a couple other monologues submitted. I got 3 from period 9 and 2 from period 5, but I did have to give several corrections on those. So when I give you the corrections, I need you to go through and read what my suggestions are, because there are still some issues with understanding that it has to be from the first person, not third person, meaning, again, you're going to be saying I and me, not she or he and they, and it's not a dialogue or a scene, so it's just one person talking. So if I gave you comments on how to correct it, I need that done for your final draft. It also has to be 200 words. So I need to make you to use the word count. How do you use word count in Google Docs? You click the shift button, the control button, and then a capital C. All right, or a C would be capital because you're already on the shift. So then it'll tell you exactly how many words you have. So if you need someone to show you how to use that, you can ask someone in class, you can ask your core teacher, you can ask Mr. Brett, or have a parent help you. But you do need to use the word count to make sure you have enough words. So that is your only assignment this week. I need you to make sure you've turned in your other assignments. So if you haven't turned in the other assignments, you can't really do the final draft, can you? Also really important, this final draft is going to be the monologue you memorize that you're going to perform. So you're going to be performing this, videotaping yourself, and we are going to edit it together for a virtual performance. So really think about the words that you choose, because you're going to be having teachers watch it, parents watch it, and your peers, your other classmates watch it. So really, really do your best on this, because you are going to be performing it. So that is your assignment this week. If you go through your SAA drama assignment slides for this week. That's all it's going to say in there is you need to complete completing my original monologue final draft. That's the assignment. There is a Google Doc for doing that because I ask you several questions to make sure you're doing it correctly. So fill out this final draft using the Google Doc that's in your Google Classroom. All right? Now, because only 3 people watched this last week, only 3 people got extra credit points. I hope more people watch it this week because I kind of gave a hint in the assignment that you need to watch Miss Tamara's video. So the hint for your 10 points of extra credit is what was the name of my cat? The cat that I was holding at the beginning of this video. All right, you already know Grover from last week, so what was the kitty cat's name? All right, guys, I hope you get this turned in. If you need extra time, email me, message me, and I look forward to reading your final drafts of your monologues. Bye.